did I waste last year? Like, am I hearing God correctly? Hey, so what are you striving for now? I thought you were good. Excuse me? Yoke me up by my throat, why don't you? I'm not even gonna say why. Well, I will. I'll be vulnerable. So prideful. But I wanted to be a corporate girly, Olivia Pope, mind you. What can Chantel do to show people that I am that girl, that I'm desirable, that I am worth loving? If you don't know, this is a channel where I am documenting my journey of being a full-time business owner, okay? If you're a business owner, let me know in the comments. We're starting a community here, and I want to be open and vulnerable with you about my journey. I'm excited to document what it looks like to trust God and to show up. So I've been pretty vulnerable. I live at home, so I'm vulnerable with both my parents, of course, but I've been talking with my dad a bit, and he is a business owner, so he has been helping me reframe things and remind me to just put foot to the pedal, pedal to the metal, put work to action. I was worried in January because I'm like, okay, did I waste last year? Like, am I hearing God correctly? For me personally, I believe God has told me to let go of my king, which I don't know if you know, but the Israelites in First Samuel, actually, let's pull it up. In First Samuel, they were asking God for a king, and God was just like, y'all don't need no king. And it was like, heard you, what we do. And he was like, you didn't, because you don't. And eventually, they was just like, we hear you, we hear you, we hear you. But everybody else got a king. We want a king. Please give us a king. God was like, all right, Samuel. Tell them people I'll get in their king, but this is gonna happen. But you can have that, you can have that king. Um, so I believe it's First Samuel 8. It says, let me see. Okay, First Samuel 8, verse 10. Samuel passed on the Lord's warning to the people who were asking him for a king. This is how a king will reign over you, Samuel said. The king will draft your sons and assign them to his chariots and his charioteers, making them run for his chariots run before his chariots, mind you. Some will be generals and captains in his army. Some will be forced to plow his fields and harvest his crops. Some will make his weapons and chariot equipment. The king will take your daughters from you, force them to cook and bake and make perfumes for him. He will take away the best of your fields and vineyards and olive groves and give them to his own officials. He'll take a tenth of your grain and your grape harvest and distribute it among his officers and attendants. He will take your male and female slaves and demand the finest of your cattle and donkeys for his use. He will man, it keeps going on. I need y'all to just go look at it. And then in verse 19, that was 9 verses. In verse 19, but the people refused to listen to Samuel's warning. In verse 19, but the people refused to listen to Samuel's warning. Even so, they said, we still want a king. We want to be like the nations around us. Our king will judge us and lead us into battle. So Samuel repeated to the Lord what the people had said, and the Lord replied, do as they say, and give them a king. Then Samuel agreed and sent the people home. Excuse my finest pardon? So my commentary says Israel was called to be a holy nation, separate from and unique among all others. That's from Leviticus 20 and 26. The Israelites' motive in asking for a king was to be like the nations around them. This was in total opposition to God's original plan. Their reasons for wanting a king were wrong and demonstrated a lack of faith. Okay. So back to why I got to me that you're asking for a king, Shan. Stop. So if you know me, if you've been around me, if you understood how I viewed life and how I approached it, like I don't want to keep saying I'm a recovering striver. So middle school, high school, college was leading up to, okay, the pinnacle. So what can Chantel do to show people that I am that girl, that I'm desirable, that I am worth loving? It went from, oh, I want to be the first Black woman on the Supreme Court, because I'm not even gonna say why. Well, I'll be vulnerable, because the Supreme, like, if I was the first Black woman who's the president, that's cool, but there's a term with that. On the Supreme Court, you're there until you want to be. You're there for how long you want to be, essentially. I realized that around high school. And then I went to UNC Charlotte. I was like, okay, I want to be in a city that's the finance capital so that I can be a corporate girly. I don't want to say corporate baddie because I'm no, but I wanted to be a corporate girly, an Olivia Pope, mind you. And that gave, oh, she's successful, she's independent, she's self sufficient, she's self made, so prideful. And God, after graduating, mind you, I was a finance major. And the goal was to stay in Charlotte, right? God said, no, go home. This was 2020. Mind you, it's 2026. And it's been a season. But I'm so glad because while I've been home, that has been my wilderness season. Like, God has been helping me unlearn the ways of Egypt. He's like, babe, I created you for a specific reason in my image. And I need you to understand that where I'm sending you is good, but it's for my glory, not your own. So let me take you through the wilderness. Let me send you home so that you can receive manna. Like, the Israelites were eating manna for 40 years. I saw a video the other day and they were saying, you have everything you need. You may not have everything you want, but you're provided for. The Israelites were provided for in the wilderness with their manna. So, God, and I had a mentor. He prayed over me. I pray that you're in a position where you always need help until you receive the humility that God has for you. And I don't know about no other prayer, but I know that prayer worked because or is working. God has been humbling me and helping me see, hey, you're not self anything. You are made in my image. Everything you have is from me. Okay? So yeah, this idea of me wanting to be in corporate, God again, he had to strip that from me. And this was November, December, when he was like, hey, so he used one of my mentees, Liz, to say, hey, so what are you striving for now? I thought you were good. Excuse me? Yoke me up by my throat, why don't you? But she was right. I was still striving, and God showed me you're striving for a corporate. You don't even know what you want to do in corporate. You just want to be in corporate because you feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. And God is showing me, hey, so I've given you things, I've given you talents and gifts. Like the parable of the talents, he gave them talents to steward well, to multiply. Don't hide them in fear because he'll come back and say, why did you do that? Like, you could have done something with it, but you hid it in fear. Do something. Even if you need to say, God, I'm afraid, help me. He's going to show up for you. But God is saying, I've given you so much in your hands, multiply it. Go do it. And yeah, and even before that, I realized that if God isn't showing up in one area of my life, but he's still providing for me, then that is him showing up. And it's him showing me that his focus is not there right now. So for me, he showed up with ministry work, discipleship, just so many other things. And now I feel like we're in a season, okay, like let's invest in our business, in God's business, in the career aspect. I'm not behind. I've been navigating life with God, and that's what life is about. I feel like it's not about destination, but literally journeying with God. And that's what I've been doing. So anybody who feels like, hey, I've been trying to be obedient, I've been trying to hear God, I don't know if I have been hearing him correctly, but I've been trying, that counts. That counts. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So yeah, you're not behind. God has been redirecting you and directing you in all the things. So I am here so that we can do this together. Follow along with me as I navigate life, business ownership with God. Literally from day one, like we're starting fresh, okay? This is me giving God my yes to restart, I guess you can say. Not that anything that I've done previously doesn't count, but I have a renewed mind now. Like I have a different level of faith, and I want to grow my faith in this journey. So we're right where we need to be. And here we go. So this is week 2, I believe. Yeah. Or I guess week 2. I'm excited. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have all you need and you're not lacking. So let's get to it. Girls and guys, whoever is watching, please let me know. I want to know. Who are you? Yeah. Yeah.